Well, we're live, and now's a great time for me to go get water. Happy Veterans Day. See you guys in like 10 seconds.
No way.
I don't
Oh.
celebrate that day
Why not?
because it's not a thing in our country.
I know. How dare you not celebrate it, though? Do it anyway.
We haven't been in enough wars to justify that.
Hmm.
Well, that's a lie. Technically, we've been in a lot. It's just not recently.
Yeah, that was a stupid statement, Pedro.
What do you mean by recently? The point is to fucking celebrate people from the past.
I
It
mean,
doesn't need to be recent.
We're literally one of the oldest countries alive.
Exactly.
let's just put like that, Kieran. Most of
No.
those things are celebrated by something else.
Fuck's that,
Yeah.
man.
And we have a bunch of those days. It's just people don't openly celebrate them because there's too many.
Veterans? What did I miss?
Yeah, no, essentially because we essentially they would have a bunch of days that celebrate battles and wars of the past in our country since our country's so old. So we have a bunch of what are essentially Veterans Day. Just people don't celebrate them out in the open because it's also there's so many that they kind of lost their importance.
For example, the most recent one we had was when we were still in the dictatorship, which was fighting for the colonies. Technically, that's associated with the Day of Independence, because when we actually become a democracy, we also stopped those fights.
Steven, this second drift to shore, it looks like you've lost your beard.
Yes, I did.
What the hell?
It's also crazy because like it's not colored in, but like the first one I can totally see being a black guy, and the second one looks like a fucking like you're about to be like the next anime adaptation of like Nobunga.
Bunga.
No, Oda. The
That's definitely not his name, though.
Yeah, I took off the beard though.
Oda Nobunga?
It's not Nobunga.
Nobunaga?
Nobunaga.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't played Pokemon Faded whatever the fuck like you guys have.
I haven't. I
That's
don't
not
even know
even
what
the
you're
thing. I just
talking
know
about.
about it.
No. Hey, Pokemon Conquest is a great fucking game. You should hear hormone.
Alright, let me cancel the game tonight. We're streaming Pokemon Conquest tonight.
I'm okay. No, Pokemon Conquest is a fucking great game. It's essentially it's essentially a Fire Emblem game where you have a bunch of people that can capture their own Pokemons.
You know, it's
Oh, wow.
weird because despite really liking Shining Force, I've never played Fire Emblem, and I'm pretty sure those are the same games.
Not quite, but pretty much.
There's a lot more dating sim on one of them.
I mean,
Interesting.
depends.
Yeah, depends on the one. The newer ones for sure.
Yeah,
I
you
You
only
don't even
if
have.
you're American, I
you
think
don't
that
even
that
have
does.
to necessarily fucking. You can just.
You don't
skip
have to
past that
do
shit.
it.
I mean, yeah, you don't have to do it. The
I
only.
did
I
it,
mean,
but-
you do it mostly because. I don't know.
It also gives you bonuses.
Yeah, but you can just press that fancy little start button. You don't have to fucking look at
I mean, yeah.
it.
I mean, I did it.
It gives
That's
you
not-
bonuses. It shows like, oh, I would never do that for my satisfaction. just the numbers. Just the numbers. Can't you hit a button that gives you it anyway? No. I needed the boost.
No, you can't press strip on literally all of the
I mean, yeah,
the
you can
talk.
you can skip the entire story. The game gives you the choice to do that.
But I did not.
All right.
I'm just sad that in the newer one, you can't have a child, have it grow up, and then send it to battle. I heard that was pretty fun to do.
And if anyone needs to question which of us is the psychopath, there's your answer.
Wait, what?
Pedro's talking about making children and sending them off to war and that being fun.
I mean, yeah,
Come on,
Game
Pedro,
cheats,
talk your way out of this one, Pedro.
I mean,
I mean
it's a
that's
fantasy.
just what happens.
It's a
Yeah.
fantasy game, and they were teenagers. They were normal, regular soldiers.
Through the power of time travel,
Yeah.
their kids fight with them.
Was it actually time travel? Or is it just that the game technically was that long?
In the well, it depends on which one you're talking about.
I don't know. I think not most, but
In the
most of them
fourth
have.
game, it goes through 2 actual generations. In the
Hmm.
12th game, they time travel back from the future. In the 14th game, yeah,
Oh, damn, there's a lot of these.
there's
Yeah.
like 7. Or wait, no, I might have gotten those numbers wrong. 12 was I can't remember which one Awakening was. Awakening was 14, wasn't it?
There's 16 games apparently.
I can understand
That are
why they
Fire
have
Emblem.
so many spots in Smash Bros. Because of how many games they have. But
Awakening was the 13th game.
it's still kind
Right.
of disappointing that every fucking Smash Brothers Fire Emblem character is the same person.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
The thing is about most of the games, the
It is.
classes are the same,
13.
except I think Storm got new ones from time to time. The
So,
thing
yeah,
is,
in the
none of those are the quote-unquote main character, and we all know Japanese people like to make main characters look the same.
yeah.
Come on, just look at Dragon Quest Hero and you'll know that's a lie.
I mean, yeah.
That's because Dragon Quest people are goaded.
So yeah, in the 4th game, it actually takes place in 2 generations. The 13th game, they fucking travel back from the future, and in the 14th game, they stick their kids in fucking pocket dimensions, which move at different time speeds, so they grow up way quicker.
All right,
Which is-
that's a
The last
fucking...
one is the most fucked up one.
Yeah, I would say it's like that's kind
Like-
of.
First one, it's just time skip. Okay, second one, going to the future, technically time skip. Third one,
That,
into the grinder,
They came
the
back from the
reverse
future.
that last one is like actually weaponizing your children for like your own gain at that point.
I mean,
it's not the thing of
They
like, oh, it's
put
just
them in
time
those
skip.
places because the fucking
All right, let me go buy this real quick.
they
Sorry,
would be
David,
born into a fucking war.
What you buying? The fucking image?
No, I just saw whatchamacallit, fucking West of Loathing. They came out with another game.
Oh, did they?
Oh wow.
My stuff.
Shadows Over Loathing. Buy this right now.
Shadows
that game.
overloading.
Yeah, I noticed there
I
was
know.
one.
I saw that pop up and I said, "Oh, I gotta buy this."
It's on like the fucking front page of Steam.
They make perfect games, so I mean, why not?
It's wonderful.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it was like, is
It's
this the
a
one that I saw, or is it
15%
the
off,
new
too.
one? I guess it's
I
a new
love
one.
that. I love
15% off for a week.
Nice. I love the first game. It was really
Yeah,
fun.
West of Loathing was good.
Is this
So
a brand
funny
new
is it?
game then, or like a?
Yeah, it's a whole new game.
Oh.
Shadows over Loathing.
Okay, it appears to be.
Scorekeeper's 20% off too.
Oh, neat. Did you see
They-
by the way,
oh,
Steven,
it's,
that Core Keepers got another update out
That's-
and achievements and crap?
Desert Beginnings, yeah.
Yep, we can finally go to that spot that doesn't open.
Oh, the new one is more of a Cthulhu style. It appears. I see
Yeah.
tentacles, mobsters,
So-
and mysteries.
The names play on Shadows over Innsmouth.
Yeah.
Shadows over Loathing.
Hmm. I need to whitelist it. I may buy it. Because I saw a bit of the first one. I never
Whitelist it.
bought it, but it looked fun.
I played it. Oh god, how many years ago was that? To go check. There was a
Fucking
DLC
first review
for
says
it?
like TLDR 10 out of 10, highly recommended.
Yeah.
But would I like it? As in, like the person making the review, do I like it? Like, yeah, I assume you do.
Why the fuck would you say that if you didn't like it? I haven't played it since 2017. I don't think I have. I never played the DLC for West of Loathing. I guess I could go do that. I'd have to buy it though.
11 out of 10. That's ridiculous. It's not even funny. I can only assume some of these are quotes from the game then.
Probably.
Yeah. Probably.
Alrighty then.
You
I
motherfuckers
wish
make
I could
good
look
games.
that
I can't
stupid.
believe all of a sudden you motherfuckers are like, hey, new game. I'm like,
Alright, well you enjoy that, so then even.
Funny.
Speaking of like the craving for games, I was just like playing RuneScape some yesterday. I'm like, I want like a new like multiplayer like MMO experience thing. And I went around looking for a good MMO, and man, they do not exist.
I think the last good MMO that came out was Final Fantasy.
Yeah, and it costs cash to play. Like it's monthly subscription. Yeah. I saw that fuck, what's that game called? It's like something 2, Guild Wars 2 is free now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but when I had it because someone bought it for me in college.
Hmm.
Yeah, you. And I fucking lost the account, I guess. Sorry, Steven. Like, I remember trying to log in one day and just nothing worked. But, like, I pretty much beat that game. Not to fucking brag.
How dare you?
Yeah. It's like, part of me is just like, I don't really want to do the same thing again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, other than, like, the few MMOs that are good that I've already played, or they cost just fucking tons of cash, like, $20 a month seems a bit excessive to me.
What game is like $20 a month?
Final Fantasy 13 says it's $20.
I thought it was 15.
Maybe there's a thing I was looking at wrong. I just type in FF13 and it takes me there. Oh, it kind of does. $16. All right. My mind, I rounded that up. But yeah, it's like other than that,
Pretty good. Pretty good.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, I'm looking for like a game that kind of runs on the freemium crap where it's like, if I don't like it, I didn't lose anything except for some time. You know what I mean?
Let's do some. All right, David. Phantasy Star Online 2. Let's go.
Is that free?
Yeah, but I'm looking at the reviews are mostly positive, but recent reviews are mixed, and I'm like, oh.
Also, I believe the Final Fantasy one is free until a
Oh, wait, is
certain
Fantasy
level. So you can
Star
try it.
spelled with a PH?
Yes. I don't know about this.
Yes, it's
Okay,
Fantasy
'cause
Star with a PH.
Because I typed in fucking Fantasy Star and it's like, that don't exist. Oh, yeah, this. Yeah, I looked under these, Steven. Like, every new Steam game has, like, when it says mostly positive, and then it says recent reviews mixed, every single one is just like, the fucking positive reviews were faked.
Oof.
Where it's like, they were bought off or stuff. And
This
like,
one's saying people are saying that it was good at first, and it went down the shitter.
Yeah, that's the other one I was going to get at, where it's like it's actually gotten really bad. Like they hooked people in, and then they're like, now it comes to the microtransactions.
You need to spend real life money to sell in-game weapons. Oof.
Yeah. We can look at this stuff later.
Yeah.
I was just more or less trying to get to the point where it's like, yeah, there just doesn't seem to be any like good MMOs. I saw something called Dark Fantasy 2 or something online, like The Age of Blood or some crap, where it's like it's a 2D like Darkest Dungeon multiplayer game. And that looked interesting. And then I saw it was like super Chinese, and I was trying to make an account, but I'm like, oh, this is alright because it's a browser game. It told me I can play in my web browser, but no, it doesn't. And also to play, you need to give them money, even though it's free because it's beta. And in order to play, you have to fucking give them like $20. So it's one of those things where it's like the fucking Chinese. Also, I looked at fucking their Reddit to see like if I was just doing something wrong, and people were complaining that after like Act 3, the entire world becomes PvP where anyone can just go up and kill you. The Chinese developers are going, well, yeah, but it's supposed to be a dark fantasy world, and this really fits the theme. But I kind of hate the idea of you go into this game and there's just fucking high levels waiting to wail on you.
Yeah.
Like, you know, designated PvP areas, sure, but, you know. But yeah, if you guys happen to know any good MMO, like, Steven, I can try Phantasy Star with you. If it's garbage, we just stop playing it. Wow. But
Yeah.
I also...
I'm always searching for MMOs, dude.
I also really don't want you to do that crap like when we played Adventure Quest and then you came in at like, buying the guardianship and wearing armor for like $50, and we never logged into it again. Like, dude, come on, your money.
Wait,
Oh,
so the Adventure
speak-
Quest one, I don't even remember. Like, did I pay money for something in here?
Yes,
Let me look. Hold on, I need
you
to check.
paid for the guardianship thing, even though I was trying to talk you out of it.
It wasn't
was
even that
like-
much. I don't think it was $50. It wasn't no $50.
Oh, fine. I mean, speaking of $50, someone gave me fucking $50 on Roll20, and I know it's either you or Pat.
Huh?
It was bad. It wasn't me.
Pat, you really gave me $50?
What happened to Joe? What trick?
Oh yeah, what happened to Joe?
I heard
Didn't
a
hear.
song and he disappeared. I heard a bing earlier. I didn't know he disappeared.
Oh, I didn't hear the
I
bang.
hope Joe's all right. Uh-oh.
I mean, he's still
doesn't
on the
upset
game,
anything.
so
I said the fucking word of the day, China, and Joe fucking died.
I'm pretty sure he said it way. He left way before that. I just noticed that he wasn't in the call because I was looking up to see if that's all we talk.
What the fuck is this game I was trying to talk about? It's like, let me just type in Age of Blood in my fucking thing, it should show up. Nope, this is giving me like an action historical game.
Oh.
Fuck me, it should have just showed up in my taskbar from like, oh, Mad World, Age of Darkness, that's what I'm talking about.
Hmm.
Like, it looks cool from a basis, but like, because it needs money for now, or it was, plus it, either that or it lied to me about how the fucking web browser worked.
Mad Roll MMO.
I'll just wait for Steam to have it. Like Steam, Steam has a coming soon page.
Ah, gotcha. Those look pretty cool.
You kind of get what I mean when I say it's like Darkest Dungeon graphics.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, you watch enough of these garbage isekais, and you just like, in me looking at their like gaming systems, where I'm like, well, that's kind of cool, but then there's just this huge fucking flaw where it's like, why doesn't everyone do this? This is clearly broken. Like, not even the main character is doing it. It's like the fucking. Have you seen like Marvel's like sorcerers do sling rings?
Yes.
Like, why doesn't everyone just make those fucking portals and cut people in half?
And they
Does
show
it
that
have to
too. That people do that all the
Force
time.
people
I'm
into
like,
them?
But yeah, it's like all the time when they could be like,
I don't think the sorcerers are like. I guess some of them are physically strong, but like. I don't know.
yeah, but they show the fucking portals doing stuff like redirecting attacks and like cutting people in half. And it's just like, why?
I just
are
don't know how
using
much they can
more?
move the portals so that they'd have to like hope that
They-
people accidentally stick their fucking arms in them.
They can make portals fucking humongous. Remember the last scene of
Well,
Infinity?
yeah, I know that
War?
they can make them huge, but that doesn't make them easier to fucking. I don't think portals cut from the outside because it's space closing on it that's cutting it.
Oh no, you're talking about like, can portals move? Yes, they can. Because remember when
They
Loki
totally
and Thor?
can because
I
they,
don't fucking
when
watch
Loki-
Marvel movies, so I wouldn't know. That's
Yeah, I
why
know,
I
but,
was
like,
trying to say I don't know if they can.
Loki and Thor were bothering Doctor
Uh-huh.
Strange, and then when he was pissed off with them, he just fucking shunted a portal like across them like a fucking slinky, and they disappeared.
Hmm.
it's true.
Like we can say that only he can do it because he's like so fucking strong, because that's the only
The
one I
Sorcerer
remember
Supreme.
seeing doing it. But it's still
He's
the
a
fact like
hacker.
that seems like such a fucking busted move. Like they could just cut Thanos.
Well, he also
like,
doesn't
down,
want to kill people, though. I thought that was like the
I
whole
mean, he
thing
was-
about him.
down with killing Thanos.
no, he
Most people
apparently
were.
not, or he would have cut his head off with the fucking portal.
Well, yeah, it's like or the
Oh
fucking
man,
last
he sure
Doctor
is sleepy.
Hey,
No,
you think he did? You think he'd do to Thanos what he did to the other fucking like big guy?
And I won't spoil the last Doctor Strange movie, but I would say like it's very meh. And looking at
It's
the
watchable.
graphics,
That's it.
looking at the
Watch-
graphics, it's crazy how bad they are. But I'm willing to go, no, they're intentionally being campy. some of the fucking things you see happening there, they look like fucking latex masks and bad CGI on purpose because it's paying an homage to the old comics. Because if I don't give them that benefit, I have to go, Marvel, you multi-billion-dollar studio. The last movie looked a million times better than this. What the fuck is this?
Marvel, what the fuck?
Like, honestly, it's probably just Marvel becoming complacent, but that's the point of me bringing up the fucking portals with the, some games show these, like, systems where it's like, this just isn't thought out well enough. And then I
I know
think,
exactly
like,
what you're talking about too.
yeah, but it's like, you still watch enough of them that you're like, I kind of want to play a game that's like this. Surely Japan has made a game like this that isn't
Nope.
fucking, like, MapleStory or something.
Wait, what?
I mean, it's like there's so many of these like garbage isekais. You'd think that one of them would have become like an actual video game of some function, but no. It looks like I'm waiting to see how the fucking League of Legends MMO turns out because that seems to be the only hype game coming out for MMOs.
I mean, there are video games out for like popular animes for shit like that, but I don't think they make like whole ass MMOs.
Yeah, no, I'm looking for an MMO, something to fucking waste time in.
But you want a free one.
Yeah, that'd be ideal. I mean, again, like, I don't want to spend $20, play it for like an hour, and go, I fucking hate everything in this. It's like, remember when we played DDO and you guys got sick of it, and I'm like, alright, well, I'll just keep playing it because I don't completely hate it. And then I got to a dungeon where it's like, you picked the wrong class, and now you have to either find a player with the attribute in order to actually physically complete the dungeon, or you have to leave the dungeon, find an NPC shop that sells a hireling that has the fucking skill that you need to complete the dungeon.
Wow, Dungeons and Dragons Online incorporating something of Dungeons and Dragons.
It's
The
still
fact
really
that you
lame
can't
from
solo everything.
it's still a really lame thing from a playing perspective where it's like you
Not
can't even
everybody wants to play together with people.
but even
Isn't
then
why
that
it's
the
there are
like
point of an
hirelings.
MMO?
DDO, it's been out for years.
But that's not what I said. Isn't that the point of an MMO to play with a bunch of people?
if
That's
I can't
true.
complete
At
the
some
dungeon
level.
if I can't complete the dungeon going in, it should tell me this instead of making me waste 2 hours and then going, you need a fighter.
Alright, I'll remember this. When we go into a place, I'll definitely ask, hey, can we complete this with what we have on us?
The
then
answer
the fucking
should be
giant-
yes, but we drag it down to a no.
Yeah,
It's
Pat,
because we're controlling them.
Pat, you don't have a giant systems operator telling you shit like this. Your characters don't go, oh no, the system's closing. We gotta finish this dungeon in 30 minutes or we'll get kicked out.
Not
Might-
yet, you mean? You mean? I'm still waiting for
David's
D-Game.
new Isekai game.
I'm still
I-
waiting for D-Game.
I do have DMod and I'm willing to fucking run it.
Mod.
It was called. Are you sure you didn't just call it D-Game?
No.
I don't know. Let me go to Roll20 and view all games. I deleted it.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think it's here anymore.
Yeah, but anyways, I know it's DMod because it stands for Dangerous Multiplayer Oriented Dungeons.
No way.
Yeah, no way. You changed
Yeah,
that without telling us.
D game stands for fucking Pat's like sad dick game.
Bullshit. You did that without telling us.
Okay.
Did that
I
without
don't
telling us.
know
I
what
made
the
that up on
hell-
the spot.
What's this us, dude? I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
You heard me.
Pat's trying to gaslight people into saying people are gaslighting him when he's just this bad
I
at
just don't
remembering
even know
shit.
what D game is meant to even be.
What does D game stand for, Pat?
I don't know. I thought you were just making
The
a fucking
game.
play on words for D-Game instead of the game. It's just D.
No, it's
Dungeon
DMod.
game. I don't fucking care.
The game.
I don't fucking care. Pat being fucking so thoroughly
Why are you
defeated.
fighting it?
I'm not.
What? Okay. Yeah, sure. I just get into arguments for fun.
So if Joe doesn't come back, what do you guys want to do?
I don't know.
Huh?
Did you want to run without Kingston, or
I think that would be a horrible idea
Yeah, let's not.
if
let's
we're
not
about
do
to go
that.
fight zombies.
but just
In
because he
any-
fucking pops them so easily?
Because he's one of the fucking like people that can do damage. The only person that would be like a good person to fucking leave out would be Ingram because he is wholly and utterly useless against zombies.
The party needs healing. I mean, Steven can spin to win through everything, can't he? Like, he actually has,
Come on,
like, endless
Joe!
attacks at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, but the party needing healing is just as much as like, yes. Alright, someone go onto fucking Ingram's sheet and look at his fucking heal mod and click a fucking button. And there you go. You got it. That's
the game would
Ingram's
run-
service.
The game would run too smoothly if your character wasn't there being a huge pain in the dick for everybody.
I'm not normally a huge pain in the dick, especially not in such a
Uh-huh.
tense situation. It's when we get back to Noxum that I'm the pain in the dick. It's conditional.
I'm pretty sure that pain's not just in the dick. You're just a pain.
Nah,
You'll find where it hurts.
it's localized.
The most. You'll find where it
Localized.
hurts the most, and then you'll be in the pain in that area.
I was
He's a
talking
doctor,
to some
he knows
person
where it
You
about
were
hurts
you
most
were in
running-
you were pain in the dick, but you weren't a pain in the dick yet.
Hmm.
I was talking to someone about not Pathfinder, Dungeons and Dragons 4th edition.
What about it?
Because, well, people seem to hate it, but he was saying like he likes it, and I'm like, yeah, I don't hate it either. Like the first one I came up with, first I played.
Sure.
I'm not
Barring,
sure
I
hate's the right
think-
word.
I think I might have played 3.5 or 4e first. I think it might have been 4. Like there's one game I played with somebody from the family where I was like, yeah, this is neat, and they did not enjoy my fucking murder hoboing. They set it up like a very basic plot where it's like, kobolds are in that cave, we'll give you a gold for every kobold you kill. So I noticed that some of the kobolds only had slings and some only had spears and some had both. So he was like, I pick up the sling and spear, blah blah blah. Like, everyone's looting crap, and I'm like, I'm picking up all this. And then at the end, I handed in every weapon and said it was one kobold each.
Okay, so 4th edition is what you could call a war game, basically.
Sure. But the thing is like, as I was playing 4th edition, it's very, like, video gamey. Like, whatever that first game was, I played 4th edition for sure after that. I think I tried to run my own system, which was very loose, like, roll the dice, add the numbers that you have in your stat there, modifiers, then things will happen. There wasn't really skills.
No
like,
way.
what there was there's, like, pick 3 things you're really good at, and you get another bonus or whatever. And then everyone fucking picked, like, I'm really good at fighting. And they were also little fucking murder hobos because, like, I tried having
Also.
a plot happen. Like, yeah, also. I tried having a
Whenever
plot
you-
happen, and their fucking first response was, like, now that the strange, like, caster who was on our side has gone unconscious, weakened the boss. Like, the first boss is, like, some super powerful thing, and the guy had, like, the wizard went, like, wide-eyed and blinked out and threw some attack that weakened it so hard he could finish it, and he went unconscious immediately after. Like, it just was there to weaken the boss so that the giant, whatever spectacle thing, whatever giant monster they were fighting, like, we can't beat this, is, oh, now it's very weakened and we can actually finish it off. So, they killed it. They didn't even suffer that much damage. They got hit, like, twice or something. And then, they're like, we should kill this guy. He's dangerous. And I'm like, there goes the plot. So they were just running around. Like, the very first thing they saw was, like, a shop that had, like, they bought some weapons from a shop, and then they're like, how much for this +4 enchanted weapon? I'm like, that's like fucking 70,000 coins. They're like, that's too much. I'm gonna pick it up and use it to kill the shopkeep. I'm like, that you don't want to do that.
I love how people always try that. My favorite thing is whenever they do that, I'm like, I don't really think you understand. They
It's
have
like,
a
all right,
+4
the-
the sword in
the
there. I'm pretty sure that
shopkeep-
man didn't make that. The shopkeep, you hit the shopkeep and it doesn't do anything. Shopkeep's like,
Boom.
oh, Level
You
20
missed-
retired adventurer. Duh.
Yeah,
You
sure, you
missed.
can go that way, and even then, it's just, I'm still thinking, like, what, are they gonna kill the shop, and then what, they committed a murder in a town full of the city guards, like, we'll have +4 weapons. I'm like, yeah, you'll probably kill some people, but if you're in a fucking city, and the guard sees you kill the shopkeep, they're not gonna be like, oh man, these are dangerous, let's let them run the town. Like, that's not how that's gonna work. Even if you fucking kill the entire town, all you're doing is turning this fucking murder spree into a different kind of plot.
Literally stupidity.
Because they were like, you're just railroading us. I'm like, no, you can fight the fucking level 20 paladins later down the road. Like, you guys can all be evil. Like, we don't want to be evil. Then don't fucking kill innocent people! They're like, fine. I'm like, God.
People are retarded.
And then, so when someone else said they wanted to play because they didn't like the way my game was going, go figure, they made a... I can't even really tell you what the plot was, because the plot was just sort of... We showed up as adventurers around a table, and we went off and had an adventure. Like, it was literally just, you're going to this dungeon. I'm like, why? And they're like, I don't know, why do you want to go to the dungeon? I'm like, well, I'm playing a paladin, so I want to do it to protect people. Like, yeah, you're killing the dragon. I'm like, fine, enough reason. Everyone else is doing it for money and loot or whatever, I guess, but there wasn't really role-playing so much as, like, go from here to point A. Like, whenever there was, I still remember, we were leaving some place. We were walking down a hill, and then there's a river, and then a town. He said the town's on fire, and you can see bandits attacking people. I said my character will start running down to try and attack them. Like, but you're in full plate and everything. You won't be very fast. I'm like, that's fine. I'm gonna go do that. And then he's like, all right, fine. You'll be fatigued from running and everything. That's fine. I will fight them tired. I'm gonna try and save as many lives as I can. He's like, okay, fine. Then one round later, the party who was walking behind me shows up to help me, completely weakened and everything.
Oh, fuck him.
Yeah, I know. It's one of those fucking games where it's just like, yeah, I blame the GM guy more than the actual game, but the actual 4E part of it, where like my character had this weird branching down pathway thing, and the reason I'm bringing it up more is it's very video gamey, and that kind of fits the idea of like an isekai game, where it's like, if you pick these options, like when you level up, you can choose this or this as paladin abilities. You only get one or the other. Like that kind of thing. It's like at level 4, you choose one of these fucking things. And I think, at least the guy at the GMing said, you can't change your mind. Like once you have it, you're stuck with them. So I'm like, alright. So the idea that you could open up the menu in the world, and you would see your branching pathways down and what you've selected and what you can't get yet. Like the idea that even in isekai kind of DMod world, if we ran DMod, is not an isekai where you guys, because I guess just to reiterate for the people who haven't seen DMod before, Kieran, for viewers at home, the plot of DMod is it is an isekai thing that I made to make fun of those isekai games where the party would come into the video game world, but because they were so high level, they were full of cosmetic items and everything. So the fucking 9,000 staff of the Lich God King that the wizard might have had, and over top of it he had a fucking Amy's fucking mallet, the toy fucking thing, because it's just a cosmetic that you were wearing over top of it. Like the spearman's was using a surfboard cosmetic. They just became actual cosmetics that have no actual power behind them. So the party came in gearless.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, it was just more of it was a one-shot jokey game where the party made high levels without items, because to make yourself a tank build, but you know how people will make themselves a high armor paladin in a video game, but their character model will just be wearing a bathing suit. So I'm the tank. Oh god, the pain! I'm a health tank now. It was just more to have a jokey thing, but if we treated DMod as an actual real standard video game world, the idea that any adventurer, even if they're not isekai people, they're just actual adventurers, have the ability to hold out their hand and a menu pops up where they can see stats and things. That leads into an interesting idea about the world. Is that magic? Is it an inherent thing? Blah blah blah. You could do the things that are like video game mechanics in a game and make them part of the world, and that's how the world works for these people. Because, I mean, I was also discussing with this guy that was talking about liking 4E and not knowing how to introduce it to people because nobody likes to play it. So I was like, you know, I'm surprised people don't do Isekai games because, you know, the whole thing I'm talking about. And he said he would steal the idea and everything. And the other thing I told him is it doesn't have to be an Isekai game because there's so many Isekais where the person dies and goes to another world and it's never brought up again.
Yeah, I think I was telling you guys about a book, or I was whinging about a book that mentions that it is Isekai's him, and then it doesn't matter because that wasn't really important.
Yeah,
It's like half of them.
it could be interesting in a D&D game because if you're all Isekai people, then you should have something to talk about. Like you have someone that's also in your boat.
I've had a game sort of like that. It wasn't quite a isekai where you fucking go to a different world, but it's people that died a hero's death basically got to go like to an afterlife that others who died heroes' deaths go to. So it's isekai in the sense of you died and you're in a nice place or in a different place now because of it, but it's not isekai in the state of you were in a normal life and then you got into a not normal life.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I mean, by that strict definition, like by the definition of Isekai, it's you were living a normal life and then something whisked you away into a foreign life.
That's why I'm saying it's not quite an isekai.
Yeah. Because like what you're describing is what a samsara is.
I guess.
It's
It's just the case that the afterlife is like a different planet, is the point.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Because, like, yeah, we could do an actual Isekai and Dreamers, like, right now. It's just the interplanetary Dakesh to a world in need. You know what I mean? That's all we would have to do.
He
Yeah, we
sees
do
the
have that
lost
spell.
orgy and decides to leave forever.
Fuck this gay Earth, just gone.
I tire of this place. These
It's
people.
problems. Didn't
He
you say
just
that
is
when I was saying, you know what? Me and the goblins were leaving.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty much how it is. Just like
It's
anytime something bad
fucking
happens.
funny how everything is playing out well for the Demon Lords, though. Because, like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it was just in the back of my head how things. Oh, Joe might be coming back. I saw someone shift in the Roll20. But
See.
but it's like how everything, like where all the demon lords are on the planet. It kind of works out nice for how like every person acts. Like fucking Gluttony is like on the same continent as Steven's terrible Goblin Fiesta.
Yeah.
Well, Joe's gone again.
Shut up.
Can't believe we can't stop the Gluttony ritual because the goblins have to exist.
Oh, Joe's typing.
Let's just put
Hey, don't talk about them like that.
Let's just put the goblins in something else.
Here, I'll tell Joe that we can play something else.
You just said on. Right now, he's still on Discord for. Oh.
We can't do this without the DPS.
I mean, yeah, technically I did already ask you guys if you'd want to do it without him. Said no, which again, I'm fine with.
I mean, I'm fine doing whatever. It's just that he's definitely a vital part to this shit working.
Not necessarily. I mean, he's definitely going to like proc some people, but like I said, Steven's actually more suited to dealing with this.
And Pet still has a few
Yeah, but
grenades.
he can kill them from afar, which is really nice when I don't want things getting close to us.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a gun, Kieran. Use it.
Yeah, uh-huh. I'll use my gun. I'm really good at it. Don't mind that I rolled real good.
See, you
Yeah,
can
but-
even apply that to Lia.
yeah,
What
what the fuck are you trying to prove by rolling a 19 and then
It
max
plays that
damage?
same thing that happened when you joined the army.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Dude, yeah, no,
Shut
that's the
up.
conversation you guys are having where Kingston's just like, I'm not feeling quite so well, and you're like, that's fine, Ingram can cover. He's like, I can't fire with shit. Watch this. He takes out the gun, fires it ricochets, and you see like a zombie come out of the bush going, ah, and just fucking its head explodes from the ricochet. And you're like, this doesn't prove anything.
Dude, just
I
like
don't know.
basic.
It proves a lot.
Dude, this shit keeps happening. It's just like basic.
Speaking of
There's
anime
just-
bullshit powers, fucking Ingram's just like a ricochet.
Yeah. He probably it's the case of he's not proficient with it, so like he probably gets that perfect shot and then can't control the recoil and slaps himself in the face with the fucking gun. And he's like, ow. So he doesn't even see how good of a shot it was. Like, ow.
You just need to shoot the gun enough times that you get a level in Gunslinger.
No, because fuck that. I'm not gonna sacrifice my skills for that.
All right.
That's all I
At
am.
point you are, I don't think it's a sacrifice.
The good news then is since somebody mysteriously gave me money, and
Crazy.
yeah. So sorry, what I was going on about here was it's enough to buy a year's subscription. So I was going to say like tonight or tomorrow we could spend it, but since we're not going to be playing this Roll20 game tonight, we can not spend it yet, so it'll sit here in the account for now.
Okay. It'll be even better to do it tomorrow because then it'll be 11, 12, and then it'll be 23. Don't worry about those. Fucking weird and fun.
I guess so, yeah.
I mean, it's literally tomorrow. It'll be fucking 11, 12, and then it'll be gone 11, 12, 23. Perfectly aligned.
That's a weird OCD you got there, friend.
It was just
Yeah,
something I noticed as I was looking at a calendar.
I don't get where that's coming from.
11 and 12 together is 23.
I
No,
know,
we
zeros
know
out.
that. That's
Yeah.
not.
I know,
the-
it's-
So what do you mean you don't know where it's coming from?
No, I'm just saying, it's a strange OCD. It's like if I bought it
Yeah.
tonight, you'd just be like that much irked about it, where you're just like, it's
No,
not
I wouldn't
right.
be orked about it because I only noticed it because I was like, oh man, tomorrow's the 12th.
Yeah, of
That
course you
lines
won't
up
be
perfect.
orked about it. Hold on, Joe's sending me a private message. Let me get my phone in case this is like actually private.
I'm dying. Help.
If that was the case, I think you could call me. Since I know his address.
Yeah, but it just shows the trust levels are different. He's DMing David so he can tell you to run to his house to fix him.
Well, there's only one part you have wrong. Joe knows that I don't run.
So, what do you guys want to do instead?
Oh my god.
What do we have in options?
Well, options.
We start streaming Phantasy Star Online, becoming the most popular streamers with one viewer of it.
Not even free.
What was that, Ben?
Play Adventure Quest 3D
Oh, it
again.
is free.
Oh man, we've already played the best part of it though, Steven. That guy with the
The funny
unicorn
part
head.
is, it's funny because like it's mostly positive.
In terms of things we all have,
Wait, it officially came out October 29th. Oh,
it's what Talisman.
Do you think we have like beta shit from playing when it
Yeah.
first came out?
I want to see. You know what? I'm gonna play now. I haven't
Talis.
touched it. Install under D files. Yes. People gonna be online and be like, "Why are you doing that when you could be playing COD?" And I'm like, "Later, bro.
Shut up. It's like, shut up.
Bro, I'll play COD later."
This is your area.
All right.
Come on.
Yeah, Joe's just still not feeling well from his cold, and he's got some family drama, so he's not going to be like up to par on playing tonight. That's all good, understandable.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
that's
Gucci.
fair. These things happen.
So I'm fine if we don't want to play the thing tonight. Let's go back to What would we shit from? Like, if we don't play tonight, we're honoring the veterans. And if we did play tonight, I mean, they fought
Exactly.
for this shit anyways. So we're shifting. We're shifting
Yes,
back to
honor
Splat.
me. Honor me.
You're not a veteran.
I will be.
I
He's
will
on
be.
the path to be. Gosh.
So we're not on. We can't honor you then.
You can
We're on
honor
the
me.
path to honor. you then.
Honor.
We're on the
Honor.
path to honor.
We're honoring the future, Steven.
Are we? We
I
get
don't know.
yes. Absolutely. I don't know what the future holds. Things can go wrong. As for things that we can do, and I'm looking at things that I've installed for what we normally play. It's like Terraria Vintage Story, Tabletop Sim, Talisman. Is there anything else that's down there? What were those other things?
I've done it, David. I'm going to look at Adventure Quest 3D.
Yeah, let's change the stream
Play.
from Primus to Session 13 to like
What did I
looking
put
at
my thumbs in?
looking at Steam for 4 hours. Oh god, I'm such a fucking idiot. I was opening
Listen.
Steam and like a little bit below Steam, I have Spiral Knights that I have not opened in a million years.
All right, I logged in, David. Let's
Yeah,
see.
what do they got? Well, yeah, but I should get on Spiral Knights to finish the achievements I never finished there.
I'm surprised that game still has like a fucking player base.
Oh god, I
It
don't
that
kind
have
of
game
a character
is-
doesn't.
anymore. I guess
It kind of doesn't. I'd have to solo
That
everything.
makes sense.
I don't have a character anymore. Huh?
You don't have a character anymore?
Sounds about right.
Mage,
'Cause there
warrior,
were people that I knew that
rogue,
played that game like
healer.
11 or 12 years ago.
It was a
What,
cool
the-
game, but one of the
Spiral
problems
Knights.
with it is fucking what is it? One of the problems with Spiral Knights is there's not really a lot of replayability. Like
Hmm.
they
It's not
did
like
a thing.
fucking death knell for an MMO.
Yeah, kind of. The thing is like they have like the first dungeon. The dungeons. How to best describe this? When I played at the very beginning, every dungeon only had one variation of the boss. There's like 3 dungeons, and that's it. Granted, you didn't really ever finish the third one. It was tough as balls. And the actual dungeons themselves had a few different layouts, but like the first one, I 100% did every possible layout. Like there just wasn't that many. And I did the first dungeon a fuckload because I didn't really want to go, yeah, I'll pay some fucking whatever the not premium currency is. It's like pay like cash to skip to the second floor, and people are like, oh, just pay the cash, you'll make it back doing the second floor. But I'm like, but if I do the first floor and then I do the second floor because you can keep going after that without paying the money, I make all that extra thing without the time and like blah 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 and like bonuses and shit. And they're like, that's stupid. And so I never, I would occasionally pay to skip to the third just because that's when people are like, yeah, we're forming groups to do the third boss. But before I quit, they had variations in the bosses where instead of this guy being the boss, it's still the first one was still yeah, but so instead of having I'm trying to remember its stupid fucking name because it's like the from Julius Snickerwhack or something. It's like the thing from the Jabberwocky. And
Okay.
so instead of having just the Jabberwocky, they had like some other silly like Alice in Wonderland kind of monster as the first floor boss, and then they had a different second boss, and like it was just more drops and stuff, but like for the levels they were. And all it was is like you complete the dungeon and to face the boss, and you basically gamble which one you're going to get. And presumably, as the game would keep progressing, like as they developed more, they would make more floors and more bosses and stuff. But I stopped playing before they ever really added a 4th dungeon.
Hmm.
Like I remember beating the 3rd dungeon floor, and it goes down to like a special floor where it's like got some lore and crap. But it's like you can't progress at this point yet, and you're forced to go back up after you talk to something. And it's like this is the game loop now. You just fucking run through the dungeons, trying to get the very best gear you can. You know, get better drops, take stuff apart, upgrade them until you're completely maxed out. Then after that, fucking we should have made a 4th floor already. But I have no idea if they did. I've re-downloaded the game and Steam didn't let me really open it, but I just figured, hey, you know, sometimes like you gotta like make your computer crappier to run older things. Spiral Knights wiki. Let's see if they've actually upgraded since I've last left. Maybe it wasn't the 3rd dungeon. Maybe it was the 4th or something. I forget. I can't remember how many dungeons they had at the beginning. It's like you said, it was like 12 years ago. I'm looking for... I guess... Exploration is what the page I'd have to click on would be?
Guardian. No,
Yeah,
don't
what's
do
your
it.
thoughts on the, Okay, well, Exploration lets me get to a page called the Clockwork, so that should be able to, get me to the different depths. And no, it seems that they have the same fucking amount of deaths still to this day. 3 dungeons. Granted, there's like more than 3 floors, because like you go down a floor and you're still in the one dungeon until you hit like the boss. Get what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. Once you're at Depth 29, you hit the core. Yeah, and it just says the path is sealed. They apparently never opened it up. That's kind of sad, isn't it?
Oh. What a shame.
It's like I was looking at Temtem under multiplayer because people are like, it's multiplayer Pokemon. I'm like, that's kind of cool. I wasn't gonna buy it because it asked for $45 goddamn dollars. But the other thing is people started giving it negative reviews lately, and I completely understand why. Because looking at the reviews, they said the devs aren't going to update the game anymore. They're going to finish putting in the stuff they promised, and then go make a different game, which is the death. That is the death of a multiplayer game.
Yeah,
the devs just
it's
go,
like
we're not
Stonehearth.
updating it anymore.
It's like Stonehearth. It's a single player colony story game, but they've stopped updating it and they put everything they want into it. But the problem is that
Yeah.
sorry, someone called me. It's not super great.
All right.
Like it's the last update they did was like way late and it pretty much broke it. And I can't even launch it anymore. Because it doesn't want to launch on 64-bit. That's it. It just won't launch on 64-bit Windows. So you have to go in there and trick it to where you're launching it on whatever the other bit is. What?
Okay, Pat, take your time. You can do this. Form those words.
David, I just did the Venture Quest fucking intro again. Jesus. They're still really good at fucking... They're still good at humor. Not gonna lie, watching my character get the fuck beat out of them, they're like, I can't die. Death said I can't die until I get the key back. Then he throws you across the world, so your character's flipping all the way, going through the different zones. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is. I love that. That's stupid. I love it. Adventure Quest.
See. On my Steam games, let me click multiplayer. Or if I click on cooperative, does that fucking lower multiplayer even more, or does that?
Oh,
Oh, there's a special
Depends on the
event
next
until now
list.
to the end of the year.
Yeah, no. If I click on cooperative and multiplayer, it lowers the games from
Gotcha.
95 to 62. Okay. Binding of
I'm
Isaac is
playing
multiplayer.
Adventure Quest.
yeah.
Co-op, not multiplayer.
It's got
I believe.
co-op.
I'm
Well-
playing Adventure Quest 3D.
Okay, you just gonna stick to that then, Steven?
Yep. I'm
right.
actually, I forgot. This game isn't too bad, actually.
All right. I mean, you guys want to fucking hang out tonight or what?
Mm.
Yeah.
Uh,
We're still streaming, by the way. I'm gonna put all this awkwardness up.
I mean, I suppose people are driving back to my home with fucking my brother in tow, so I should probably put together something for them. So I'll probably be stepping away because otherwise I had an excuse and now I don't.
Understandable.
So yeah.
I'll end this stream. Put it as like a fucking failed attempt at stuff. I mean, I think it's still good just to throw out some of the stuff we talked about there. So if we do end up running a DMod, you can point to this video and go, "Look, an explanation."
Sure.
Well,
Well, in
until
any
next
case, I'll
time.
be
Good luck with
seeing.
your Good luck with your stuff there, Kieran.
Yeah, I mean, not
Hi,
gonna be much.
Kieran.
Yeah, I'll be
Brother.
seeing the majority of you tomorrow, I suppose, for Lost shit.
What a
Yeah, for an
fun way to tell your parents that we're gonna be doing lustful things tomorrow.
Yep.
Hey, hold on. Wait a minute.
Just look in downtime, you'll understand. Or you won't.
Time to go eat
Pretty hectic in there.
a lust demon.
But yeah, I'll be seeing you.
But I'll
Yeah.
find them at the end.
Peace,
Yeah.
man.